Well, I'm getting ready to pull my first little dent with my glue pull kit. I got a little dent up here by the mirror. Perfect candidate for its, what do you call it? Crease. So, what I'm going to do is, there's a couple of these long types, and this one's like flatter, and this one's concave. You can see it's concave. That'll fit inside the crease, and we'll clean that off first too, make sure it's clean. And we give the glue gun about 5 minutes to heat up, and we'll glue a tab on there and let it sit a while and see what happens. In the meantime, we'll go around in this car, clean off some other spots. Here's one. Plus, I want to do a few of them at once. And here's a crease. And here's another dent. Yeah. We'll see how this works out. We'll find out. I'll pop a few of them out at once. And I'm going to go over to the other car. Here's one. There's one right there. There's one. I'll do a few of these puppies at once. Well, that's a real tiny one, but I'll do it right there too. And what I'm going to do is I'll clean this car off real good and see what happens, and probably do the El Camino. The El Camino is probably going to require those, what do you call it, aluminum tabs. So I'll bet you I can pull out that metal too. I'm going to try a few of these at once. Okay, just insert the glue stick in the back of the gun, and the gun's been warming up for about 5 minutes. And start pushing it through. Okay, got some tabs glued on there. Just gotta make sure that gun is hot. And there's one there, one there, and one here. So I'll check as I'll come back here in about 10 minutes and pull them out and see what happens. Well, we're gonna put this on here and see how this works out. Glue should be dry. There it is. Ew. You know what? That's popping out. It's definitely popping out. I figured this one would be an easy one. I think they're all going to be kind of easy. This is a pretty good kit. Let's take it out. There it is. Yeah, that pop, it didn't pop it out all the way, but it took some of it out. Definitely. So we'll spray some of that stuff on there. Yeah. Well, it's going to take some time. That's all there is to it. See what happens here. This is a pretty deep one. See, I can see with this thing, I could just pull on it too. But that's bullshit. Usually, that didn't work. That did not work. Probably was dirt. Well, you know what the deal is? I think these tips need to be cleaned off better. And I'm probably going to get some aluminum ones because that needs to grip. They need to grip. Actually, I'm going to sand these tips down. Not sand them, but just make them rougher so that this plastic isn't smooth. So the glue should hold on there better. Well, we'll see. I'm going to take these tips and clean the glue off of them, and I'm going to very lightly sand them, very lightly, so there's a little bit of grip on there, just like when you're painting a car. And this glue probably could have been a little... That did lift it up some, though. It did. It's going to take some shots. But I'm going to lightly sand these off a little bit and chemically clean them. Actually, I'm going to clean them off with starter fluid versus this isopropyl bullshit, because I know it's that'll clean them good. Anyway, we'll see what happens next. Yeah, this kit also comes with this little scraper thing. It's like a plastic razor blade, basically. Get the glue off with a spray bottle. It works okay. So that's all you need. Actually, it's nice and compact and small. If you put it away, it doesn't take much room. So it did take some of the dent out, and I'll get the rest of it out. Now, what I used on this, besides the rubbing alcohol, because I know from experience, and it's a stupid trick, I use starting fluid to clean off on the rag, to clean these off, and that should have like took the glaze off of the plastic. But the thing is, I'm realizing I need to press these down and hold them down there, because really what broke away was the glue itself. So if the glue layer is thinner and it's not as thick, it's probably going to hold better. So I need to press them down harder. I also cleaned off, used a little bit of this on the rag on the paint, the starting fluid. I'm going to tell you this from experience. Even though this stuff has a little bit of lubricant in there, I found that's a better cleaner than this stuff. For a really quick something to clean it off, the something for paint, that junk works, man. You're not supposed to use it, but I have loads of it. I always have loads of it around, and I use it. Okay, so I got the gun here ready. I'm gonna put another tab on there. This did come out somewhat, and the other ones came out somewhat. I'm not gonna do the Chevy because the door must have been repainted. I got to get some paint because it's screwing up the paint. Got to get some touch-up paint for it, but it is pulling these out. So I'm going to glue some more tabs on there again. Well, we shall see. I got to put a little tab in here now. It's pulling out. It's got to go with the little one now. Little ones like these. That was looking like pretty good. That didn't go good. Seems like you got to really hold them on there when the glue goes on there. You got to hold them, press them down good. That was shit too. Damn it. This one ain't gonna work. This one requires a concave thing. I just threw this on here to see if I'd do something with it, but probably not. Nope. Didn't do nothing. So that one pulled. This one requires a concave one. I got that next, so try it out. Yeah, I decided to put the tabs that have the glue on them, let them soak in this bottle of isopropyl rubbing alcohol, whatever the hell it is, and this way it'll get clean. And I'm probably going to clean it off a little bit with this starting fluid that first time, because it seems like it's breaking the glaze on the plastic a little bit, and you need to press down, make sure the glue is really hot, and press down really good. Now I'm going to tell you the advantage of this damn thing is, you know, some of this came out. You can see some of it came out. It's got a dent right there, obviously, but definitely it's coming out on the other side, some of it. But the point is, if you want to do this and you need to stop and you need to do something, or you only got an hour to do this, it's like, hey, I'm done, right? I can come back to this anytime I want. That's the beauty of it. That's the real beauty of this damn thing, is the fact that I'm not grinding this down, putting like a metal stud on there, pulling it, and then I got to stop and I got to come back or something like that. I got to paint it with primer, put some kind of paint on it, something to protect the metal, the exposed metal or something. And it never, and it looks like, you know, it's finished. You know what I mean? It's got paint on the car, right? That's the beauty of it. So like if you're outside and you're doing this stuff and it's raining out, you know, it's the deal. But I'm learning as I go, and I'm going to be doing this piecemeal. It's going to take me a lot of hours, but I'll persevere and do it. I don't want to bore anybody with this deal, but it looks like you got to get this gun nice and hot first. Get the glue really hot. Make sure everything's really clean. This, I would very lightly sand these when they're brand new. Very lightly. Because this plastic feels kind of smooth on there. I would very lightly sand these damn things, and then make sure everything's really clean. You can also use a little rubbing compound on there, then clean it off so it's got a little grip. But it looks like when you press these, when you put these tabs on, you got to press them on there pretty hard and hold your finger down there for a while. Make sure the glue is really super hot, and just keep going. Keep doing it. Eventually it comes out. It might take a long time. You might be freaking working on this for hours. But like I said, the big deal about this damn thing is it's not like you can leave it half finished. Like some of that dent came out, you know, I can leave it half finished. I can come back to it later. I can't leave something half finished where it's got bare metal. That's the problem, right? So that's the real big advantage of this deal. So you could work as you go.